We've just gotten a story coming in through from the Daily Mail that there is a 40 million bid that is going to have to be submitted in by the side of Juventus to the side of Manchester United. The proposal is going to have to be made, and it awaits to see whether Man United goes ahead, obviously approve it. And we are going to be talking Mason Greenwood and see how things really happen and what Sir Jim Ratcliffe has to say about the lad that is an academy graduate and was one of those that we thought is going to be a generational talent at Manchester United, but looks like his services are not gonna be aiding Man United in its next years to come. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun, and let's get into action and see how things really pan out into the mix. Now, we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Tomorrow is Juma Kareem. Hope you guys flock what we call the mosques and obviously say those prayers to Allah. Now, Fabrizio Romano, yesterday he came out and told us that total agreement between Juventus and Mason Greenwood. Juventus is ready to offer 30 million euros plus bonuses, while Man United is asking for 50 million euros. That is what Fabrizio Romano went ahead to tell us, that Manchester United want 50 million euros to sell Mason Greenwood, and Juventus is willing to offer 30 plus bonuses in there for you. But there is a total agreement between Juventus and Mason Greenwood, meaning that Mason Greenwood and Juventus had an agreement yesterday, meaning that personal terms and so on and so forth all were really for the guy known as Mason Greenwood and Juventus, and they had gone ahead to come to what we call a compromise and a common understanding. Then Simon Jones from Mail Sport came out and told us that Juventus have expressed interest, have expressed firm interest in Mason Greenwood. Manchester United value him for £40 million. Obviously, when you look at 40 million, the 50 million euros that Fabrizio Romano was talking about, and you obviously convert them into what we call pounds, you get an amount of money equivalent to that, all in the region of that. And when you put 50 here, you get 42 million pounds, meaning that United is averaging that amount of money they want from this guy. And because Juventus went ahead to obviously understand the assignment, obviously just this evening Simon Jones has told us that Juventus have made a proposal worth around 40 million pounds for Mason Greenwood. While discussions have reached an advanced stage, a deal is not considered imminent by Manchester United, as other interested parties are still coming to the table. That is it. Now, the bid is in. The first proposal is in. It's for 40 million pounds. And guess what? This is exactly what Man United wanted. And the fact is, Manchester United needs in money, and they need to sell players that are from the academy, and this amount of money will help Man United really bolster its transfer window. Juventus making a proposal worth 40 million euros for Mason Greenwood. That is really great, and discussions have reached the advanced stage, meaning that we might see something positive from there. You get? And when we really get a lot from that, we will obviously find ourselves into a position of obviously getting to where we want to be as a side of Manchester United. So guys, that is it coming in through from Mason Greenwood, and as I told you, he's a player that we love, but he has no place at Manchester United. And Man United have made up a decision that he is the player to sell. And remember, when we sell him, Getafe will get 20% of the amount of money that Man United sells him, and if we sell him for 40 million pounds or 42, they'll happen to get close to 8 million pounds into their pockets. And Man United are really willing to obviously do that and find him the best. But very many teams are really lining up for him. Borussia Dortmund wants to sign Mason Greenwood because they see a huge opportunity in him, because he has a very huge resale value. And if at all I'm any club, I sign Mason Greenwood imminently. I sign him and I take him to my club. Do you know why? He's just 22 years of age. He's going to be making 23. And he has how many years left to hit his prime? He has like 2 years left to hit his prime. So the moment he plays for Juventus, plays well in the Champions League, and scores those goals, Juventus won't hold on to this player for the next season. I tell you, even if he goes this season and plays for Juventus and scores like 7 goals in the Champions League, in the Serie A he scores like 15, 20, and I know he can get close to 30 goals. If Mason Greenwood does that, teams will come on the table flaunting a lot of money to Juventus, and it will be up to Juventus to either sell Mason Greenwood or not. But for Manchester United, they are ready to obviously dispose it off. But as more teams, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, there is even a Premier League team that is interested into Mason Greenwood. Then you can also talk about the side of Juventus. There are like 5 teams chasing for the signature of Mason Greenwood, and Man United want to leverage out from this position, or from this situation, because they believe they can get in more and more money if at all teams come out and compete, and the transfer might see itself go to £50 million, and Man United will be excited to obviously get that amount of money for Mason Greenwood, because he's a pure talent that most of us really loved, and we thought that he's really going to be one of those to serve our best memories of the club of Manchester United. But he cannot obviously proceed any further because Sir Jim Ratcliffe said the club had considered bringing Mason Greenwood back, but he won't be returning. A decision was made during the end of the season review. That is Grammy Bailey. So during the end of the season review, it was not only made on Erik ten Hag and the entire squad, but even players that have been out of action at Man United and have been really doing what we call a loan on certain in other teams altogether. Right now, it's all about Mason Greenwood, and they've made a decision during the end of the season review, and it's now done and dusted. He's not going to be returning to Man United, and that's why teams have gone ahead obviously put in their opening proposals and bids for Mason Greenwood, so that obviously get it done and dusted. And for Juventus, they want to obviously get to know that they've gone ahead to get in Mason Greenwood because they want to see to it that Thiago Motta is being backed extensively. And that side of Juventus, if they can happen to get in Douglas Luiz and they get in Mason Greenwood, it will be a different team altogether, because those 2 players will come in with huge quality to complement the midfield of Juventus. And it looks like Thiago Motta is not going to be playing the same system that Allegri was really playing, and he's going to be really playing, I think, a 4-2-2-2 system that might really create out of compactness in the middle of the park and see to it that the likes of Mason Greenwood really do the needful. And we wait to see how that pans out, but a deal is here to be agreed, and it's not imminent, but the moment teams start obviously putting bids, just know the player's gonna hit to agree personal terms with the team that you're really talking about in this aspect in here onto the United Matters channel. So that's the latest update about Mason Greenwood. He's gonna be leaving Man United, and Man United are really gonna be earning huge from his departure, because they spent 0 shillings to obviously get him at Man United, and they're going to be selling him for that huge amount of money. And you would have to give the recruitment department some huge credit for obviously finding a better loan for Mason Greenwood, because if they never went ahead to obviously get him a better loan, I tell you, it wouldn't have gone ahead to be okay. But because they went ahead to get him a better loan, it paid off, and now that's why very many teams are really in for Mason Greenwood, the generational talent, and Juventus is leading the race. And to show that they're leading the race, they've gone ahead to make their first bid in and wait to see whether it's going to be rejected or accepted by the club of Manchester United. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Your thoughts on to 40 Mason Greenwood bid made by Juventus, welcome into the comment section below. Rock and David remains my name. Continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We love you, and don't really go anywhere. This is what we do, and we thank you for everything you've gone ahead to obviously sacrifice to keep us that big channel and keep us growing. That's why I tell you, continue to subscribe so that not miss out on any content that comes in through from the United Matters channel. We out.